Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to my WWE Survivor Series 2014 predictions video. Okay, I'm gonna start by saying yet again, no WWE Championship match. This means there's been 63 days since the last title defense at the point of Survivor Series. So what happened to the 30-day rule? Is it the 30-day rule for everyone else, like Daniel Bryan? But Brock Lesnar, I saw him. Brock Lesnar doesn't need to defend the title, but Daniel Bryan does. Don't get me wrong, in the position that Daniel Bryan was, I thought they were correct to strip him from the belt. But after the Daniel Bryan thing, you can't then give the belt to freaking Brock Lesnar, then have no reason for him not to defend it. It's stupid. Again, I'm fine him not being on Raw and just having Paul Heyman there on Raw to hype up the match, but he really should be at the pay-per-views. He should defend the title once a month. And I don't know about any of you people, but I kind of feel ripped off. The WWEs have a problem right now that their titles don't mean much. The only one I feel means anything is that WWE Championship, and where it is right now, I don't think it means much. Don't get me wrong, when Brock Lesnar's in a match, he puts the belt to another level, but if he's not competing with it, he's not defending it, so what the hell is the point? So I highly disagreed with putting a belt on him in the first place, unless they were going to extend his contract so he appeared on every pay-per-view. Again, I understand the theory behind it. He beat The Undertaker. That deserves a title shot. And I also know that if you beat The Undertaker at WrestleMania and John Cena beats you, you would have an uproar, which is why I feel he should never have been given the shot in the first place. And if he doesn't defend the title at TLC next month, that would be 84 days until his title defense. So come on WWE, you've got to give this one at TLC. I know the rumours aren't until the Royal Rumble, and not to mention, I had a commenter that pointed this out that in my last video when I was saying that it wasn't until the Royal Rumble, saying that Survivor Series is one of the big four and no title defense. It is ridiculous. But anyway, let's start talking about the matches we do have. I think the event is going to start with the Fatal 4-Way Tag Team match, which is Miz and Mizdow versus the Usos versus the oh shit we need a fourth team, Los Matadores, versus the Tag Team Champions, Gold and Stardust. I think this is really just a filler match, and it's going to be Gold and Stardust retaining. Now, Los Matadores doesn't stand a chance. And Miz and Mizdow I don't think stand much of a chance. If anyone's going to prove me wrong, it'll be the Usos, and I don't think that's going to happen because I think if they were going to get the titles back, they would have done it by now. But me personally, I would have probably said take out Los Matadores and put in the Ascension from the NXT. That could mix it up a little. In fact, if they wanted to put a bit more drama into it, the Ascension could take out Los Matadores and replace them. Just so we're clear, that's not my prediction, that's my suggestion. I do believe Los Matadores will be in the match, and they're not going to do much at all, apart from maybe have the ball thing, I can't remember his name, running around and doing something, and yeah. And probably with Damien Sandow. Sorry, Damien Mizdow. It's stupid, I can't wait for him to turn on Miz, and if they do it right, they could delete this entire thing. Please, turn. He's freaking over. He's coming out as calling himself Mizdow, and he's getting over. Come on WWE. Next, the Divas Elimination Tag Team match, which is Emma, Naomi, Alicia Fox, and Natalya versus Layla, Summer Rae, Cameron, and Paige. My predictions is that Paige will be the sole survivor. I would like Natalya to be the last one in there with her, but here's my problem with Natalya. She's very good in the ring, which for a diva is surprising. They are a lower quality of wrestler, we gotta admit this. I don't want them to be, that makes me sound sexist, but I really don't want them to be. I want them to be at the same level as the men, but at the moment they're not. But as I said, my prediction is Paige to be sole survivor, because I think this match was put together as for two reasons. Number one, filler, because on Monday when I first looked at the card there was only 4 matches, and then I checked just to make sure a bit later on and this Divas tag team match appeared, so I believe it's filler. but also I think it's there so we don't forget about Paige, and her being the sole survivor will make her stand out a bit further. Next, Dean Ambrose versus Bray Wyatt. Now, this match I think will be an unclean finish. I think either one of them will get disqualified, probably Bray Wyatt, or something's going to happen that will count out anything. But I think both of these two guys are too important to the company for them not to want to protect, which is why this match should never have happened in the first place. I do think this will be a great match, freaking awesome match, but right now I think if either of them was to lose, the company would think, oh no, they're looking weak. Not that that's the case, just saying that now. But I do believe that will be the WWE mentality, that they've got to protect these two. So it's going to be unclean. I'm thinking it's going to be Bray Wyatt that does whatever it is. Probably a disqualification. But it's the same thing as Dean Ambrose versus Seth Rollins. They wanted to protect both of them, so it was constantly unclean. As I said in the last match, they should have had Dean Ambrose win cleanly in the Hell in a Cell, just to put a full stop on it. And I do believe that wouldn't have hurt Seth Rollins. But in this case, the rivalry's just starting. Anyone that wants a clean finish to this match is going to be surely disappointed. But anyway, so I reckon DQ. Next, AJ Lee versus Nikki Bella. Now, with Nikki Bella, I'm not going to slag her off like I have been doing in these prediction videos, because the last match she had surprised me. But in that being said, I still do think AJ is going to retain the title. And I reckon there's going to be some interference with Brie. Whether they make it look like an accident or it's the 30 days are up, so I'm getting my own back sort of thing. Brie's going to be the deciding factor in this match. So I don't think it's going to be a very long match, and I don't think it's going to be too exciting. Just say Nikki surprised me last match, and AJ is always kind of entertaining. So let's see what these two can do together. But I'm not expecting any miracles. This is on the WWE's behalf, of course, letting them go. But we'll see. And finally, the tag team elimination match. Team Authority, which is Seth Rollins, Kane, Rusev, Mark Henry, and Luke Harper, versus Team Cena, of course being Cena, Dolph Ziggler, Big Show, Eric Rollins for some strange reason, and Ryback. Now, the big thing I have with this is Eric Rollins. Why the fuck is he in this match? Yeah, he's big enough at the moment, and I suppose they want to try and make him look big, and where out of all of the Wyatt family, he's the one everyone's been saying he's third place. So giving him a big surprise thing, I suppose, works for that, but this is something you want to build on. To my knowledge, and I will admit I haven't been watching all of Raws lately, I've just been watching the highlights on WWE.com, but to my knowledge, Eric Rollins hasn't really been doing anything this month apart from going ooh pretty and being all creepy and stuff. But him arriving on Team Cena against his former brother, Luke Harper, just seemed to come out of nowhere at all. So I suppose it was a surprise, and for once anything did happen in the WWE, but I think it should have had at least have had him taking out a few people, like just beating the crap out of some guys. Even if you want to make him a babyface and he was taking out heels, there are heels on the company that you could easily take out with no problems, like what's his name, One Man Band dude. See, that's how unimportant he is. Just build him up for the surprise, or even better, what you do is you get him to take out babyface lobies, like Kofi Kingston, sort of, they're low on the card. Get him to take them out, and then do the twist for him to become on John Cena's team. That would then make it even more of a twist. But at the moment, it's just kind of like a, we have an extra space. Oh fuck it, throw Eric Rollins in there. It just didn't seem planned out. It's just the way it came across. But also, while talking about Eric Rollins, I think he should lose the sheep mask. I know they sell a lot of merch with the sheep mask, but I personally think that was a Wyatt family thing. Put that to a side now. He's going to be Eric Rollins by himself, no Wyatt family. and use that. Put the sheep mask aside. I personally believe when you take a step forward in a gimmick, you should change everything. That's why I don't believe Roman Reigns should still be wearing the Shield gear with the Shield music. But I also think Eric Rowan should do the same thing. Something I haven't spoken about is the stipulation of this match. That if Team Authority loses, then the Authority lose power. And they're no longer the Authority, as Vince McMahon put it. Now, I have two minds in this. Part of me thinks they're doing this to bring in the new Authority, because there was talks about having no authority, fan theories, but I don't believe that will be the case. I don't think it would work quite well having, I guess it would be the wrestlers making their own matches, and why would they put stipulations in some of their matches? But the other side of me is, well, there isn't a WWE title match in the main event, so they need to put something on the line so it seems important, like you must watch it. Because right now, if you take the stipulation, this is a very, very, very skippable pay-per-view. The only two things on the line, Divas title match, AJ versus Nikki, and the tag team title match, the Fatal 4-Way. There isn't any Intercontinental, there isn't any United States, because both of them are in the Team Cena versus Team Authority match. So it's kind of, why would you watch this? Because the Authority would lose power if they lose. So it seemed like a bit of a grasp at straws to get you to watch. So I think my prediction is that Team Authority would win, but it's fucking Cena. Cena never loses, and they're trying to build him for Brock Lesnar. So I think if Team Authority wins, it will come down to Cena 5-on-1, and then Cena is going to take out 4 of the guys, and it will be left down to John Cena and Seth Rollins, who's going to pretty much, after Cena eliminates the last member of the Team Authority, before Seth Rollins, then Seth Rollins is going to run in the ring and do a roll up quick, or a curb stomp as he's getting up from the pin, and win the match. That's what I reckon is going to happen, because that also protects Seth Rollins, and I also think that Rusev will be disqualified. So maybe not 5-on-1, maybe 4-on-1, because I think Rusev will be DQ'd to protect him. I think this is going to be a very protective pay-per-view, but we'll see. My prediction of the whole pay-per-view is it's going to be very, very, very missable. There's not going to be much that happens. Maybe that's the reason why the Usos may win the tag team titles, to try and give it the appearance of something happening. But I doubt it. I don't think this pay-per-view is going to be worth anything, which is probably why they're giving it away for free, as they continuously, every single video, tell me on YouTube, saying, hey, watch it for free, but here's the catch. If you've already subscribed to the network, you're already subscribed to the network, so you ain't getting it for free. And if you live in England, you don't get the network, so you would have to pay for it as well. Yay! But I bet you still get the adverts, just to rub it in. But anyways, I also think this is a mistake. I think that as you're giving away the pay-per-view for free, supposedly, but still, to people to try and entice people in, you make this pay-per-view the best pay-per-view of the year. That will make them say, wow, this is brilliant. Then they subscribe. You see how that works. You pay more money. It's just like I went to the supermarket earlier. They had a little try thing. They tried it. It was delicious. I bought some. Same thing here. You try Survivor Series. You make it delicious. You make it awesome. You make it the best pay-per-view. Then you can make a shitty one in the next pay-per-view, the TLC, which usually a bit more interesting, but you can get away with not so much more interesting because you add in tables, ladders and chairs. So that's the one where you recoup the losses. But it should have been a title match here. You should have made it more interesting. But we'll see. Of course, you may disagree with me, and if you do, please tell me in the comments. And if you like this video, please like, favorite and subscribe. Share this video with anyone you think would be interested in my predictions. I am the Food. Thanks for listening.